Hello and welcome, Matt aka LethalFrag here, giving you some Hotel Domination. Playing with @Ducci here on Twitter, that is DUHCHI. A fellow commentator and a pretty all-around pleasant guy. It's my first time playing with him. Got hopped on for a couple of late night games and just happened to catch him. So for this class setup here, I got a FAMAS, flak jacket, sleight of hand, and tactical mask. I ended up getting my 20 gas kills in this game, which I'm very excited about because I love Tactical Mask Pro. So it's a really solid game of domination all around. It's not very common for this map. If you played any domination on this map, you know it's probably going to be pretty slow. So it's the lowest scoring domination game, but this one just turned out to be awesome. The other team actually tried to cap the flags, and we had a pretty tight game. Ended up pulling away at the end, but at one point they tied it, and I was starting to get a little bit worried. So, being me here, I'm going straight for the 3 cap. I figure either they're camping upstairs or they have started to run around the left side there, so I'm going to take a shot here. Screw that claymore. I don't want them to know I blew it up. And this made me laugh pretty hard what happens right here. This guy completely misses me. And I will point out I was not host of this game. I do not like uploading commentaries where I'm host. Mostly because I don't think it's very fun to watch, and that's kind of my main beef with a lot of the big-time commentators, some of the machinima guys. Not to take anything away from their skill, because they are very skilled players, but when you're playing on a dedicated T1, it's really not that hard. Actually, at one point had a dedicated T1 in my house. That was a really long time ago, and gaming on that was just not very fun for me, because, yeah, you rack up big scores every game, but it's really not a challenge. Nobody even comes close. And when you've watched Switch commentaries I did and play as much as I do, you can really tell when you're watching these commentaries where the other person should have died. And it happens more times than not. Granted, I will give props to Steenanders. His game mechanics are off the chart. He's dead on all his shots, so I don't think it really matters if he was playing on T1 or not, but he is. And on occasion, he should have died. So I really think the key to doing this one is you gotta control B. The A and C flags are way too far apart to hold by themselves. The spawns will start flipping you to one side, and you'll lose the one flag. So the key and central point for Hotel is definitely to control B. Surprised I got that guy. I didn't think I have enough bullets, but I got lucky because I missed him the first time. Really hate using Nova Gas. Let's tell you that right now. I'm using Warlord right now just so I'd have the 2 canisters, and also 2 grenades comes in pretty helpful for domination. Got a nifty little trick frag in this game that's coming up later. I want to share with you guys. I figured it out the other night. I was pretty stoked on it. It's a good way to hit B without ever revealing yourself. So now we got the 2 far flags, but I know I got to cap B because they're going to cap one here pretty soon. And anytime I play domination, I like to secure the 2 close flags, of course. I talked about on my stockpile commentary how you can actually hold A and C and win the game, and that's actually one of the few maps where I think that's possible. Most maps it's simply just not possible to do that. There's the flow of the game, the spawns are kind of messy. I've been looking at the spawns for Hotel, and it's really one side or the other. There's no real in between. You're going to spawn in one building or the other, and that's all there is to it. I think I've spawned in the middle of the map maybe once or twice out of 20 games. So I haven't been playing as much Team Deathmatch on the new maps. It's really slow in Team Deathmatch. It gets kind of annoying, especially on this map. Any new map, you know people are going to camp because they have no idea what's going on, and that's just kind of the way it goes. And if you play Domination, they can still camp, but you can force them to flip spawns by taking the back flag. And then at least you know where they're at because one of the flags is red, and that's where they're spawning. That little building I was in is especially effective in Team Deathmatch. You see a lot of action through there. A lot of people like to run down the side. It's very good for getting kills. Surprisingly, a chopper gunner isn't very good on this map. I got it a couple times and couldn't do nothing with it. There's just too much cover on the inside of the buildings, which is where people are going to hang out. Just here, I'm desperately trying to get my gas kills. Gave up B quite a few times in this game, but it didn't turn out to be a bad thing. I ended up getting 11 captures out of it, which is great. Sometimes, especially if you have a lead, it's not always bad to let the other team capture. Especially if it's not B, letting them cap the back flag is not a bad thing, because you can always go grab the flag that they're currently holding. See that a lot of times at Domination, players are sitting there just crushing the other team without ever letting them reach the flag, and you really should let them reach the flag, because for every kill you get on the flag, that counts as 4 kills basically. Flak Jacket saves my life at least 10 times in this game. I'm starting to become a real fan of Flak Jacket and Domination. It's pretty amazing. Actually brought up the scoreboard there out of habit. It had nothing to do. I didn't even look at it, and I just brought it up. It's a habit I need to break. It's taking time away from my games, and not so great for live capture, but it's a habit that I've been doing for a really long time, and it's really hard to break for me. Really kind of stuck right now, thinking if I want to do Sleight of Hand or Warlord. It's a tough decision. I really like my 2 grenades, but Sleight of Hand's pretty dominant. As you'll see here in Domination, I really don't care how many times I die. I put together a pretty decent game here. I put together 33 and 20, I believe, was the end score. But 20 deaths is okay with me, especially when I put up a high-scoring game like this. Domination is not about kills and deaths. You can put up good score games, getting big kill streaks, but if you want the monster games, you gotta play for the flags. There's really no other way around it. And here we go again. Now, I think the one thing that really allowed us in this game to put up the big score we did is my teammates were being really aggressive and pushing into the other spawn, which was flipping them back and forth and creating a lot of capture opportunities. Once again, if your team is running in Domination, you will not fail to put up big scores even if you lose. This map is actually pretty big. It doesn't always feel like it, but it's pretty massive. I think it's probably longer than High Rise, but not as wide. But that being said, it's pretty big. It takes a while to get to the other side. You're better off dying and maybe respawning on the other side if the other team's pushing. I think my main gripe with this map on Team Deathmatch is elevator camping, and I haven't really found a way to combat that yet. So it's pretty frustrating for me, and people seem to think it's pretty effective, and in most cases it is. I had to figure out some frags to get in those elevators. Alright, here's the frag I'm talking about. Watch this. The curve side of the pool, you bounce it right off there, lands right on the flag. Excellent. So you can do that inside the kiosk and never actually have to show your face to defend the B flag. Granted, if somebody's using Flak Jacket, it won't work, but it's a pretty nice frag to do. Been dropping my napalm strikes on this map much more down the middle than usual. I was trying to go side to side and across the map and just not getting very many kills. You're kind of better off dropping it into the front window or right over the B flag is how I've gotten the most kills so far. And in a game like this where the other team's actively trying to capture, dropping it down the middle is definitely the best choice. I really should have had that guy there, but once again I wasn't host and it's not always fair. Just gotta get what you can get. See there, I totally whiff it. This guy's not that great. Other team wasn't so bad in this game. We actually started against a clan who dropped out, but they filled up pretty quick, and the team that actually came in after the clan was much better than those clan guys. I don't think clans mean too much, just a bunch of people with the same tag. It's pretty rare that you actually come against a clan that I would consider good.
Counter spy plane standing by.
So looking at the game here, it's decently close. This is the time where defense is more important than offense. A sweet double grenade there. I love those. If you're gonna play domination, you should really figure out how to land the frags, especially on B is really important. Learn how to all the different areas you can land them from. And that just takes some practice. Gotta understand the physics of throwing frags a little bit, which is kind of what I'm trying to teach in a lot of my videos. It's a very useful tool that allows you to hit around corners where your gun just can't reach. And smart people that are trying to capture are definitely staying out of your line of sight. There's no question about that.
Our counter spy planes in the air. All areas secured. Hold your positions.
Oh, and watch this epic kill cam fail. Yeah, this was me. I just thought it was funny because this guy keeps firing at me after I jump out the window and die. Yeah, there I go. And he keeps on firing. Well, that's about all I got. Frag out.